and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want...
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Nebraska!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
And is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Paul.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
The Huskers have this offense rolling. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Man, is that dude fast. It is easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes and elite throwers.
Reese, you say easy, I say annoying. Take about the defensive perspective. I got to guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run? Well, here, you take the play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
He'll bring it back. It's Cuevas. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. I don't know, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little trouble. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Second down.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed in the middle, it's Allen. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners send out the punt unit.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the return, it's Cuevas. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start.
All kinds of room to the right. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskers. And once he got loose, it was all over. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Give to the running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stops at the 23. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Now on first down from the 28.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Sooners have their offense in high gear.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Defense might bring the house here. Now from inside the red zone. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Working that left side now. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights. Good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense set on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Pulls and fires complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He wants to pass it on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And the Huskers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. It's been a fun start to this one. And this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead. And unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Off play action. Looking to scramble. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers from the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Huskers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Power football with the run. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. They want to run this quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on the 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Here comes the hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the ones that get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their...
Nothing but green ahead. The tag. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Huskers are flying down the field. Right back to the well. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. If he is tough to block with one guy, you might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can get something to eat?
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be dragged down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They move the tight end all over. They'll try to run it in. And they'll knock him down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow.